Hello and welcome to another bonus episode of Bible Wars. Before we get to part 4 of the Assyrian Conquest concerning the Battle of Jezreel, we first need to discuss the Valley of Jezreel and why it is so important. Hello, I'm your host Knight Jake and welcome to this bonus episode of Bible Wars. The city of Jezreel is located in about the middle of the northern kingdom. The city of Jezreel is located in the middle of two valleys. To the west is the Jezreel Valley and to the east is the Harod Valley, which is considered a part of the greater Jezreel Valley. Within these valleys are two rivers. The Kison River flows west through the valley of Jezreel and empties into the Mediterranean Sea. Flowing east through the Harod Valley is a branch of the Jordan River. The Jezreel Valley, with its two rivers, essentially divided the northern kingdom into two, the area of Galilee in the north and the area of Samaria in the south, which is roughly how the areas are divided in the New Testament era. The area north of the Jezreel Valley is basically completely separated from the area south of the valley. In order to travel from one area to the other, you either need to cross the rivers, which was dangerous, or pass directly through the city of Jezreel. Jezreel was essentially the boundary between these sections of the northern kingdom. Thus, with the Mediterranean to the west, the Jordan River to the east, Judah to the south, and the Jezreel Valley to the north, the area of Samaria was well protected from invasion. In order to invade Samaria, you either needed to cross the Jordan River, which was dangerous, invade from the sea, which many land-based nations could not do, invade from the south, which one could not do unless they were coming from either Judea or from Philistia, or you had to invade from the north by coming through the valley of Jezreel. For this very reason, Jezreel became the last line of defense, preventing anyone from invading Samaria. And it was for this reason that Tiglath-Pileser III only conquered the lands east of the Jordan and the lands north of Jezreel. If Tiglath-Pileser had decided to invade Samaria, it would have been a costly battle. Now Tiglath, being the genius he was, decided that it was best to simply assist Hoshea in usurping the throne and to use Hoshea as a puppet king, rather than waste the time, money, and manpower in a battle at Jezreel. Because of Jezreel's strategical location, many battles were fought here. This was the last stronghold for Israel. If the invaders won here, then they would have full access to the northern kingdom. But if Israel was able to repel the invaders here, then the land south of Jezreel would be spared. Therefore, Jezreel became known as a place of violence. In addition to their geographical importance, Jezreel became a place of theological importance. The Valley of Jezreel is a place of blood, violence, and war. It is where Naboth, King Ahab, King Joram, King Ahaziah, and Queen Jezebel were all killed. This is also where King Jehu killed the sons of Ahab and the prophets of Baal. Then, in the prophet Hosea, God promised that on that day, referring to the day of his judgment upon Israel, he would break the bow of Israel in the valley of Jezreel. This is God's promise that he will crush the military might of Israel in the valley of Jezreel. This we will discuss in our upcoming episode, The Battle of Jezreel. Jezreel also plays an important part in apocalyptic theology. In Hosea chapter 1 verse 11 and chapter 2 verses 22 to 23, God speaks of the great day of Jezreel. The day of Jezreel is talking about the reunification of the two kingdoms under one head. That is, Christ. This is referring to the end times, when all are gathered together under Christ. The frequent use of the phrase, in that day, hints that the day of Jezreel is the last day. This is further exemplified by the fact that the valley of Megiddo, like the Harod Valley, is part of the greater Jezreel Valley. This is important because within the valley of Megiddo is the mountain of Megiddo, which in Hebrew is called Ha-Megiddo, or as it is pronounced in Greek, Harmageddon, or as we pronounce it today, Armageddon, from the apocalyptic battle of Armageddon in Revelation 16:16. Because of Jezreel's historical importance to Israel, it is included in the book of Revelation under the reference to Armageddon. Now this sums up the geographical, historical, and theological importance of Jezreel. Join us next time for part 4 of the Assyrian Conquest, the Battle of Jezreel. Thank you for watching this bonus episode of Bible Wars. If you've enjoyed this series or any of the other work of the Order of Knight George, you can support us over at Patreon. Goodbye and God bless.